Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? I'm trying to get this camera settled. Hold on a second. It's gonna jolt in just a second. It is such a beautiful fall day in Indianapolis. It's like upper 70s, and it just totally feels like Halloween. Usually Halloween is a little bit cooler than this, but it just feels like Halloween today because the leaves are falling, they're blowing all around the street. There's like this light breeze that comes and goes, and it's just been kind of overcast, but the sun's been shining through a little bit. It just feels like trick-or-treaters should be going up and down the street. It's just such a beautiful fall day outside. My neighbor across the street, all my neighbors have been out today too. I think that's one of the reasons why, I don't know, I'm a little bit happier and just upbeat today because I've got to interact with so many people today that I haven't seen my neighbors, you know, except for my neighbor across the street because she comes out and works in her garden, you know, at least once a day. No, the last couple weeks when it's been colder, she hasn't been out there every day, but she's out there getting her stuff ready for winter and whatever. But most of my other neighbors, the ones that would walk by every single day, many of them don't anymore. Some of them do, but most of them don't because it's colder. And so I can sit out here for like entire days filming videos and not see anybody. But today it's been different. There's been so many people walking up and down the street. A lot of my neighbors have been out in the yard working and getting things ready for winter and stuff. And so it's just been really nice. It's like, let me just show you how beautiful it is today. If you can see this, hold on a second. So I can't see if the camera is like showing it or not. There it goes, into view. So you can see the sun shining and like the tree, and it's beautiful outside today. So I filmed quite a few videos today, and I'm having a little cup of coffee right now. I slept in late today, and then I got up, and honest to God, like the videos that I had planned to make today, like every channel I had a video that I was planning on making, and I didn't end up making that video. For example, the first video that I filmed was right when Alex got home from work. He had like this lunch meeting thing today that he had to go to. And so when he got home from that, he was like really tired. And he was like, I'm going to go lay down for a little bit. He's actually napping upstairs with Boo Radley right now. I just went up there and I said to Boo Radley, because Boo Radley was like sitting on the end of the bed, like just being so sweet. I said, Mr. Boo Radley, why will you let your dad nap so softly and so gently, but like when I want to nap, you're like standing right up, because he does not like me to nap. So anyway, they're upstairs taking a nap right now, the two of them. But when he came home, he's like, I'm gonna go upstairs and nap. And I said, okay, I wanted to film something upstairs, maybe like real quick, because I was gonna show these shoes that I got on my Peter Does Stuff channel. That was the video that I had planned to make, was showing these new shoes that I bought. The video that I ended up filming was showing the shoes that I got, but also doing a tour of my closet that I had cleaned out. So I did that video. And then I had like some comments I was going to respond to in my Peterisms video, but I ended up just like, I didn't even think about it, and I just grabbed the meditation books. I feel like this camera, I cannot just get this situated today. I just grabbed these meditation books and I read the meditations. It was actually something that I really needed to hear, so that was good. And then my review video, I've been wanting to review these like frozen PB&Js that you put in like the microwave, and then they're kind of like those grilled cheese things that I got that now Alex is obsessed with, and he buys all the time at Costco, where you microwave them for 30 seconds and you put them in the toaster. They're kind of like that, but they're like PB&Js. And so I've been meaning to review those forever. Like, they've been on my list forever. But I ended up reviewing these cookies because I'm wanting to dive into these cookies that I got from Aldi. And then my drama video, well, I guess my drama video is the second video that I did. And then my second video that I did was my reality TV channel, which I haven't posted over there for a while. And I was going to do like just a overall review of just like the weekend shows that I've watched, because I haven't filmed over there for a while, right? But then I saw that something had happened on Welcome to Plathville, and also something had happened on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, so I just did like I reported on that, right? And that was not the video that I was planning on making. Then on my drama channel, I had planned on making a rant video today. I thought, Fridays are kind of laid back. People are getting ready for the weekend. They're not watching intense stuff. So I'm just going to do like a rant video. So I actually started the video with the intention of doing a rant video. And then it became just such a personal rant about these beauty influencers in the beauty space that I just kind of like went off about it. So I was like, I'll make my rant video tomorrow. So I filmed a whole video talking about the Jeffree Stars and the Shane Dawsons and the Raw Beauty Christies and all that kind of stuff. So my rant video I will make tomorrow or Sunday. In all honesty, I woke up today, and today was not one of those days where I was like, I'm not going to film at all. I actually thought today, film as many videos as you can, because I was really thinking about what my therapist said about needing to take some time off, and I thought, okay, so on Tuesday for Halloween, I'll probably meet Alex. I'll probably take an Uber over to my cousin Caroline's house, and I'll probably meet Alex at Caroline's house because she said to come over there between like 5 and 6. So I probably won't film a lot on Halloween, and I probably actually will take Halloween off from vlogging, unless I get up real early that day, because Halloween's my favorite day of the entire year. So unless I pre-film stuff or whatever, I probably won't film a whole lot on Halloween. So Monday I will be filming a lot. But then I was like, well, maybe I'll take off this weekend, like Saturday and Sunday. And so I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. I mean, I have a feeling, well, tomorrow night we're going to this Halloween party. So it just depends on what I get done. I may vlog after I get back from the Halloween party, because Alex is going to, it's our friend Aaron's Halloween party. Alex is going to a Halloween party with his girlfriends. He asked me if I wanted to go. I don't go. They're going like downtown and stuff like that, and I didn't want to go. So he's going to come back and drop me off, then he's going to go with them. They're going to like some other party, and then they're going like downtown or something like that. I just want to watch Halloween movies. I started watching that Spirit Halloween movie the other night, and I want to finish it because it looks kind of cute and family-ish. There's a couple like Halloween movies I've never seen before that I want to watch. So that's probably what I'm going to do tomorrow night if I don't get caught up on Real Housewives of Miami, because I'm on like episode 5 of season 4 right now, and I've got to finish 2 whole seasons before Wednesday of next week when it starts. So, yeah, a lot of TV watching to do this weekend. So I was just like, okay, film everything that you possibly can today, unless you want to take in case you want to take Saturday and Sunday off. But today, I physically felt so much better. I'll tell you about my whole video that I did yesterday where I was talking about how I wasn't getting sleep and I didn't feel great. Today, I woke up and I felt pretty good. I'm kind of fading right now a little bit. It's hard for me, like, when I'm filming and then I go upstairs and Alex is, like, dead asleep and the fan is on. Well, I turned the fan on for him, but he was like, oh, I fell asleep. Like, he doesn't set an alarm. He just falls asleep. He's just relaxing, just falls asleep. And then Boo Radley's sleeping right next to him. I'm like, oh, I want to take a nap. But truth be told, honestly, even if I laid down right now, I probably couldn't take a nap. I'm kind of fading a little bit, but I think my fading is partly because I know that they're napping upstairs, if that makes sense. Yeah, but anyway, but I woke up today and I felt much better than I did yesterday. I actually felt rested and things like that. And so, I hadn't taken the trazodone in a couple of days, and I took the trazodone last night, and I was really tired when I finally fell asleep anyway, and I feel like the trazodone kind of worked a little bit. It still took me a long time to fall asleep last night, but I'll explain that in a second. But I feel like I slept deeper, and so I don't know if maybe the trazodone helped me stay asleep, but I woke up today and I felt rested, and I physically felt a lot better than I had felt in the past couple days. It was interesting because when I was filming yesterday my vlog and I was talking about not getting any sleep, not feeling good and all this kind of stuff, I was like, okay, now tomorrow you're going to feel great since you just talked about this in a vlog. I don't know why my mind was working that way. It's kind of like, you know, what back in the day they used to say, like, you know, the opposite of everything is true kind of thing. And so I was kind of like as soon as I started uploading that video, that vlog last night, because I was tired last night, I did not feel great, and I was like, okay, tomorrow I'll probably wake up and feel 100% better, because I talked about this in this vlog today. Now I'm feeling better, and I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll feel like crap or something, right? Well, this is what happened last night. So anyway, I was like, today, I was like, I'm going to film all these videos, and then if I decide to take Saturday and Sunday off, or Saturday or Sunday off, then I won't, you know, like, I'll feel like I at least accomplished something on Friday. So I filmed, including this video, 6 out of 7 channels today, which I don't think is bad. I haven't filmed at all on my BookTube channel this month, which was my goal, to get back to filming 2 to 3 days a week over there. I think I'm going to have to start a little slower. I think in November, my goal is going to be 2 videos a week on my BookTube channel. I really miss posting over there, and it's not like those videos are difficult to do. I have a whole list of videos that I want to film over there. I've got reviews I want to do of books I've picked for Peter's Book Club and other things. I have the book picks for Peter's Book Club. Mel and I have not picked a book yet for a True Crime Book Club, and it's already almost November. So I talked to her the other night. I was like, we've got to come up with a book. And then she was like, yeah, I didn't realize it was this late. And then neither of us did anything since then. I actually, last night, I got online and I was looking up true crime books that came out in 2023, but there wasn't really anything that really appealed to me. So, if you're part of the True Crime Book Club and you have a book that you really want to read or a topic that you really want to cover, put it in the comment section below. Maybe we'll pick that for next month because we need some suggestions. So anyway, what was I going to say? But I did pick the book for Peter's Book Club already. I just haven't announced it yet. So I think going into November, I'm going to try to post at minimum of 1 time a week, definitely 2 times a week over there. To start with. That's my goal. And then, like today, I mean, it's like it was like 5:16 when I came out here, and I had already filmed 5 videos. So, when I'm like in it to win it, like yesterday I was talking about not feeling great and feeling real tired, and I have like 2 or 3 hours. Like today, I could film out videos for like 6 hours if I wanted to, you know? So, because I feel good and I feel, even though I'm fading a little bit, I feel rested, so I could, you know, film videos for whatever. But it's not hard, like, as long as I'm like in a good space mentally and I feel rested, it's not hard for me to film videos on all my channels. But I do kind of, every single day, I hit kind of like a point where I'm kind of like, okay, if I'm gonna vlog, this is my last video. Like, I was gonna do a booktube video today, and I just filmed a Peterisms video, and that's when I went upstairs and I checked on Alex, and they looked so cozy, and I was like, well, I want to order some food. I want to lay down for a little bit, you know, with the fan and Alex and Boo and whatever. So I'm gonna vlog, and then this will be my last one. The other thing is that Fridays, I think it's because it's the beginning of the weekend, people are getting their kids, they have plans on Friday nights, things like that. People don't watch tons of videos on Friday nights. Like my vlogs, the least viewed vlog of the week is on a Friday night. I think people catch up later and watch them like on Mondays and whatever. So like this vlog is not gonna be long today, just because weekend vlogs are just not watched as much as during the week, because I think during the week people are getting ready for school and, you know, getting their kids ready for school and work the next day and stuff like that. So when they get into bed late at night, they watch my vlog, or when they're getting ready for work the next day, they watch my vlog or whatever. Or listen to it while they're like driving around, you know, or while they're cleaning the house or making dinner or something like that. But I don't think on the weekends people are that tuned in to YouTube like they were back in the day. I think that's why like TikTok, people can roll through TikTok for like 20 minutes and it's like, you know, but like on the weekends, Sundays are okay days. But Fridays and Saturdays are not great days on YouTube's. So, with this party tomorrow and it being Friday today, this is gonna be a shorter vlog, and we'll just have to play it by ear and see. If I get up real early tomorrow and I get a bunch of stuff done, Alex is going to, he's car shopping tomorrow. My husband's car shopping. So he has an appointment with somebody. I don't even remember what time or anything, but he told me that. So yeah, so that's tomorrow, and then we have this party tomorrow night, and I'm excited about that. I have no idea. I may not even wear a costume, in all honesty. I may just wear like, oh, look, I have my new Cure t-shirt on. First time wearing it, I think. Or did I wear it to brunch one day? But I washed it. Like, my friends literally had this t-shirt in high school. I think I might have had a white one like this. But anyway, I think I might just wear like a Michael Myers t-shirt with a pair of black jeans or something. I don't know. I have no idea yet. We'll figure it out tomorrow. So yeah, so Alex, when he came home from his work event last night, I was actually watching an episode of Real Housewives of Miami. I ordered piata. I was eating piata. It was delicious. But I got full really quick. I've noticed that the last couple days I've gotten, like when I was sick, like sick, I was so hungry all the time. And like Tanya's been real sick, and she's like, I am so hungry all the time. And that's how I was when I was sick. So I ordered piata last night. I could only eat like half of my sandwich. I actually got 2 sandwiches because I sometimes get hungry late at night. I know these avocado sandwiches, they literally are like wraps and they have like corn and avocado and tomatoes in them. So I was like, sometimes I'll eat like a half earlier, half later, or a whole one, and then like a half later if I get hungry. I haven't been eating the pasta as much, even though I got pasta yesterday. So now I'm talking about it. Now piata sounds good again to me tonight. I love their wraps, their sandwich, their avocado wrap sandwiches. I get them with no bacon. They're fantastic. So, and I haven't been getting the breadsticks or any of that kind of stuff lately. Sometimes I get pasta, sometimes I don't. It just depends. I've been getting a lot of pizza, a lot of Donato's pizza. But I don't really feel like eating pizza right now. I think tomorrow night, my friend's having chili, but I'm sure it won't be vegetarian chili. So anyway, Alex came home. He got home. We called it like 8, because he was supposed to be home at like 9 from this like dinner learning thing that he did last night. This event that he had to go to. And so he called me at like 8. He usually leaves him at like 9:30. He called me at 8. He was like, I'm on my way home already. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait. So he came home. He was so tired when he came home. He was like, I'm going right to bed. And I said, okay. Well, I was finishing up my dinner. I was like putting the stuff away, putting it in the refrigerator and all kind of stuff. So I came upstairs and I was like talking to him in bed while he was like laying down and stuff. And I said, are you going to go to bed right now? He's like, yeah, I'm tired. I'm like exhausted. And he had this like aesthetic thing that he's doing, this like face rejuvenation thing. I don't really understand it. He's been putting it on his Instagram story. He had the final appointment for that today. That was this morning. So he had to get up for that. So he was like, I got to get up for that. I want to go to sleep. I want to get a good night's sleep. And I said, okay. And it was like literally, you guys, it was like 8:20. I think by the time that I got upstairs to the bedroom, it was 8:20. Well, I had my iPad still propped open with my phone and my glasses sitting on the chair because I was watching it in the chair inside while I was eating. And so I was like, well, if you're going to go to bed then, and I said, and I was tired. I was like really tired. I was like, then I'm going to go to bed too. And if I sleep through the night, because I was just talking about this yesterday, if I sleep through the night, then I get a good night's sleep. And if I don't, and I just sleep for 2 hours or something, then I'll get up and I'll watch some shows, and when I get tired again, I'll fall asleep. Like, that's what I've got to do, right? And he was like, yeah, baby, I think that sounds like a good plan. And if you sleep through the night and you get 10 hours of sleep, you get 10 hours of sleep. I was like, okay. So I don't even think I set an alarm. I went downstairs, closed up my iPad, plugged it in, put my glasses in the kitchen, got my phone, turned everything, all the lights off, and came upstairs. I need to tell you guys, like Alex and I were talking, and I fell asleep in the middle of us talking. I was out that quick. I was out before 8:30 last night. I don't think I set an alarm. I don't remember. So maybe I did. I feel like I set an alarm, and then I was like, but I usually set like 2 alarms if I take a nap. I think I set an alarm, and then I was like, if I wake up from the alarm and I still want to sleep, then I'll just turn it off, and that's what I did. I feel like I kind of don't really remember though, honestly. Anyway, all I know is I got up, and it was like 12:45 in the morning, and I was like, oh my God, I slept almost like 4.5, almost 4.5 hours, and I felt pretty rested when I woke up. And so I got up, went to the bathroom, all this kind of stuff. Boo Riley was wanting to go outside, so I took him outside. By that point, I was awake. Well, I really wanted to watch the Double Eviction on Big Brother last night. Like, if I didn't watch any of my other shows, I was like, that's fine, but I really want to watch Double Eviction. Because I didn't want to, like, read about it on Twitter and see what happened, and I really thought that Suri was going to get kicked off last night, or evicted last night on the Double Eviction, and so I didn't want to read about it on Twitter. I wanted to, like, see it, so I got up, took Boo Radley out. It was so nice last night, you guys. It was, like, warm breeze. I mean, it literally felt like Florida in October. It was so nice. Why is this cup leaking? What is going on? My Starbucks cup is leaking. What is going on? Is it leaking from the bottom, or? I'm gonna put it, I have this paper towel right here I just cleaned it up with, so let's put it on this paper towel and see if it's like the cup, or if it was just like spilling over, or what's going on. Anyway, so by that point I was wide awake. Made myself a Diet Coke, sat out here. I actually sat out here in shorts and a t-shirt for like 2 hours, and then it started getting a little cooler, and I had to put on my sweat shorts and or my sweatpants and my hoodie. And so I was gonna tell you guys, I cleaned up something else last night too. I thought this was my husband coming down the street because I saw this like black Jeep Wrangler, but it's somebody else. Who is this? They're coming this way. Oh, it's a gray Jeep Wrangler. My husband wants a hard top. He's done with having the soft top. He wants a hard top now. Now it's not leaking anymore. I feel like there's maybe like a crack in it right here or something. This is so weird. I ordered these 2 new blinged out cups on Amazon, and they're not Starbucks cups. Can you even believe it? They're like all blinged out. One's pink and one's like white or crystal, or one's blue. I can't remember. But I'm real excited about them. I'm all about the bling now. Since I'm watching The Real Housewives exclusively. But not exclusively. But anyway, so I watched Big Brother. It was fantastic last night. Although, I mean, I love watching the double evictions and the live evictions and stuff like that. I just feel like they're playing so stupid this season. I'm kind of over it. Like, I already feel like I know how it's going to end. What I mean, it's not even happened to know how it ends, but I feel like that. So I watched that. And then I was watching The Golden Bachelor, and I was about halfway through. I don't like the people that he's picking, first of all. I feel like he kind of has a type, a physical type. Okay, when I started watching the show, I thought, I feel like they're all very nice. I feel like some of the women have gotten really catty. I should say this for my reality TV channel. I probably will talk about this over there too. But when I started watching it, I thought all the women were really, really nice. And I thought that he really was really into like the soul of somebody, and was very genuine and things like that. I'm not saying that he's not, but like 2 of the so it's going to hometown week, which is where they go visit him at home. 2 of the 3 women that he's picked are literally the youngest women on the show, and also the youngest looking women on the show. This one woman is going to be, I think she's 61. I'm talking about Leslie, the one that's kind of like a little hippie-ish. She literally looks like she's 40, 45. She does not look like she's 61 at all. He's 72. So he's gotten rid of all of the older ladies. And some of them I felt like he had more of a connection with than some of these younger ones. Like this Faith woman, that she's like a radio TV show host. She's real attractive too, and she's younger. And so, because they're all between like 60 and like 75, right? And he's 72. So it's not like there's a huge age gap between any of them, and at that age, who really cares anyway, right? But like, I mean, and trust me, as somebody that's 12 years difference with my husband, I could care less about that stuff, right? It's just interesting to me that out of all the women, he picks like the 2 youngest ones. Like, that's kind of interesting to me, right? When, like this Faith woman, the Leslie woman, it makes sense with me. But the Faith woman, he doesn't really have any connection with her, and she's like, I really want to have a one-on-one date, and so he takes her on this one-on-one date, and they just don't really feel like they have any kind of, like, connection whatsoever, like, they, like, have anything. I don't know, like, this one woman, I can't remember, Ellen, I think was her name, she was the blonde woman. Like, he seemed to have so much with her. And then, like, he keeps this Teresa. And this Teresa is, like, single white female, literally, okay? She's, like, always, oh, my God, I'm falling in love with Gary. And they're all falling in love with Gary. Gary's got 12 women in love with him at the same time. The one I wanted to win was Susan. Susan with the short, dark hair. She reminds me of my friend Valerie all day long. But I'm going to just tell you about Susan, okay? I think Susan realized 2 weeks in that Gary was not for her, okay? I think she realized, hey, I'm on the show. This is a great time. I'm doing these women's hair. This is a lot of fun. I'll go on the group dates. If Gary wants to kiss, I'll kiss him. But I don't think he's my life partner. I think she figured it out. I don't think she was playing no games and all that kind of stuff, right? In fact, last night, I thought she was going to take herself out of the show because these women were all, like, crying into her arms and talking about how in love they were with Gary, and she was just kind of looking at him like, well, I'm not, so you can have my spot if I get a rose and things like that. I really liked her, but she got booted off yesterday anyway. He didn't give her a rose. He never even gave her a chance. He never took her on a private date or none of them things. So anyway, the ones he picked, it's kind of interesting to me a little bit. I don't know. Tanya called me halfway through. We got laughing so hard about reality shows. Oh my God. Tanya is starting to feel a little bit better. But not much. She's still really sick. I feel so bad for her. And I was like, Tanya, I hope I didn't get you sick. And she was like, I started feeling sick the night that because she got sick on Wednesday, and I saw her Tuesday night. She goes, well, first of all, I started feeling sick Tuesday afternoon. She goes, like, you know, I was not feeling great when we went to the meeting anyway. She goes, so I was sick before I even saw you. And she goes, you didn't have anything to do with it. But she's been sick now for, like, I mean, over a week. Like, a week and 2 days or something like that. I just feel so bad for her. I mean, and really sick. Like, she's, like, so worse. Like how I was. And she's like, Peter, she's like, my doctor said, like, this is totally going around. That everybody's got this. So, apparently in Indiana, this is really going around. But, I don't know. Anyway, she and I got laughing. I talked to my sponsor last night, too, for a long time. She and I got laughing so hard about these reality shows and all this kind of stuff. And was it her or was it somebody else that was telling me, I think it might have been Caroline, that like on these shows like The Bachelor in Paradise and Golden Bachelor or The Bachelor, Bachelorette, there's certain language they have to use, like my person or a connection. Did you guys know that there's like language that you have to use? I was not aware of that. But anyway, so we were talking about that. She had watched Golden Bachelor, but she's like, I can't get through it because it's so long. I was ready for it. I was done with the Golden Bachelor. I was like, this is, to me at this point, like, it started off real sweet. It's kind of getting kind of weird to me. I'm kind of over all of it, right? And, I mean, I cry a lot. This man cries a lot, okay? I cry about all kinds of stuff. Like, this man cries a lot, okay? I mean, in all honesty, like, I love sentimentality, and I love romantic, all that kind of stuff. He's a little too much for me, in all honesty. Like, I don't know that I could date him, I mean, I'm just being for real. Okay, that's my real opinion. I don't know. Like, he's just a little bit too much like, Faith, will you take this rose? Because you mean so. I'm like, oh my God, this show is too much. So anyway, I was ready for some Bachelor in Paradise, some cutthroat people, right? So Tanya and I got laughing so hard. She's like, I can't watch that Bachelor in Paradise. It's too long because it's 2 hours long, right? But if you wait till the next day without commercials, it's like an hour and a half, I think, on Hulu or something like that. But I record it on cable because we got cable, so why not? So I just fast forward through the commercials. So anyway, then I watched Bachelor in Paradise. And I watched the whole show, all 2 hours of it. Well, without commercials, it comes like an hour and a half. It was good last night. It was Kat's birthday. And then Davia from, it's always like so-and-so from so-and-so season, but since I never watched those shows, like The Bachelor and Bachelorette, I know who Charity is, because Charity's on Dancing with the Stars, so I knew who she was, and she won it, or something like that. So it's like all the men are from Charity's season, and all the women are from Zach's season. Okay? And then there's Rachel. She was the Bachelorette. She finally, she's with Braden, and I love that Braden guy. I think he is hubba hubba. He's like one of the only ones on the whole show that, well, he and Blake, I am not real into that perfect looking chiseled look of a guy. Like, I like a guy to look like a guy, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, just, I don't love them to look like so perfect and manicured and all that kind of stuff. And so many of those guys are so like that. Braden's like real fun, and like he's the one that wears the earrings, like all these different like feathered earrings. He's kind of like a little beatnik, hippie-ish, kind of music festival-ish. I like him a lot, but they seem to like really fit, and I would love to see them go all the way to the end together. And I loved Blake's approach. This is where I need to be talking about this on my reality TV channel. I love Blake's approach of talking to, was it Jess? And she kind of like paused when they asked her like if she was into any other guys. And he's like, hey, listen, if we're not totally committed to each other, we need to just go our separate ways and find other people. And I agree with them. It's like, you're on this show to find your person. If this isn't your person, you're interested in finding other people, then go find those other people. Why are you wasting your time? I thought it was actually really mature of him, you know? And then she's acting like she's all crying because she's so worried she ain't gonna get a rose. That's what it's all about, okay? Most of them aren't even worried if they find love or not. All they want is just their rose, but I love it. And then Davia comes down and she asks, I can't remember what his name is, Terry? Nobody's named Terry on the show. Tyler? Trent? What's his name? I can't remember. She asks Kat's new boyfriend. She's gone through about 6 boyfriends now. Braden, that was her first boyfriend. He calls her a man-eater. She, it's her birthday, her 27th birthday, okay? Olivia calls her Hurricane Cat. She's like, Hurricane Cat's gonna come out any moment. So, this Davia, this gorgeous girl, right? She comes out, she's from Zach's season. She comes out and she immediately asks Kat's boyfriend, Kat's connection, Kat's person, on Kat's birthday, she doesn't know it's her birthday, but she comes down, right? She's like the new person. She's got a date card, and she asks this guy out. Why can't I think of what his name is? Travis? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Somebody will put it in the comment section below. By then I'll have remembered it anyway. But she asks him out on a date, and they have like this most fantastic date. They're like kissing through the whole thing, and he's like spinning around, dancing, and all this kind of stuff. And Kat is so bitter about it, even though she done screwed over about 4 men already. And she's like, yeah, and if he thinks, like, I'm not messing with kids, I'm messing with real women. I'm like, it stopped while I was doing my parody. I only thought I was going to vlog for about 15 or 20 minutes today. But she's like, I'm not messing with no children. I only want, hey, how are you? Good. She's like, I'm not messing with children. I want a real man. And this is not how you, if you want all this and all this kind of, they always do all that kind of stuff. I'm like, you like screwed over like 5 men on the beach already, okay? Literally every time a guy would come down, okay, like she screwed that Braden guy over so bad. They were like in this love relationship. He thought he was going to marry her and all this kind of stuff. And then this guy pops down the beach. She's like, you're sure I'll go on a date? Now she's pissed it's happening to her. That Aaron B guy or Aaron S or whatever his name is, I can't remember. They all got their first and last initial. It's like going to a recovery meeting. And he's like, this is karma. Sorry you don't like karma. I'm like, exactly. Thank you, somebody. Because all these girls are like, I feel so sorry for Kat. She literally did it to this guy. This other guy. Okay? It's called Bachelor in Paradise. And then this one guy said, or no, he said to her, his excuse for wanting to go on this date was that he used paradising as a verb. Okay. The show is so bad, you guys, but I love it. I eat it up. And my favorite part is the very beginning of it. They do all this like corny intro. Like they have to know it's corny when they're filming it, right? Because it's like these girls and they're doing this thing. It reminds me of like the Three's Company intro or something like that. But that's that song, Almost Paradise. Did somebody sing that song, or is it a cover of a song or something? But anyway, it cracks me up. So anyway, Olivia's my favorite. She's just like the real deal. And the Wells bartender, I like him too, because he's always saying stuff. But then there's this new girl, Sam. She's gonna stir some shit up on the beach. You can tell. I can't tell if this is leaking, if this is broken, or what's going on. I really can't. I'm so over it. But anyway, so I watched those, and I started getting kind of tired. At this point, now it's like, I think it was like 4:15, 4:30 or something like that. I was like, okay, I need to try to go to bed before 6 o'clock tonight. No, seriously, right? So I made a cup of Sleepy Time tea, got my trazodone out here, and I started watching. I had the last half of the 4th episode of Real Housewives of Miami season 4 to watch. So I started drinking my tea, took my trazodone, because it usually takes about a half an hour. Now, I hadn't taken it in a while. This is what happens when I don't take the trazodone for a while, is I took it, and I noticed that like a half an hour, I started feeling kind of a little woozy. Not like anything major, but like I started feeling a little tired, like a little sleepy. Like if I go to bed right now, I'll fall asleep. So by that point, I was like, because I had 15 minutes of that episode, so I was like 15 minutes into the next episode, so episode 5, I think. And I was like, okay, turn it off, go to bed. So I turned it off, took everything inside, went to bed, and I was like, kind of like walking upstairs. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of tired. Like I can feel this trazodone tonight, right? So I lay down in bed, cuddling up next to Boo Radley, and of course it took me a long time. It didn't take me as long as it usually does, but it took me, I think it was just because I was so tired yesterday. I was so worn out. Like I was almost crying before we got laughing so hard about reality TV. I was almost crying to Tanya on the phone last night. I was like, I cannot continue to live like this. Like, I don't know what to do. And I said, it doesn't feel like anybody has a solution. I just want to tell you, first of all, probably the most helpful thing through this whole situation has not been the doctors, has not been any of that. Has been last night. First of all, I just want to say, I read almost all the comments. I don't remember anybody commenting, giving me suggestions. I think there might have been like 1 or 2. They were nicely said, so it didn't, whatever. I just didn't want to get inundated with comments where it was like, no, try this, no, try that. Because then it's like so confusing to me, I don't know what to do. Because then I want to try all those things. But I did that in the past and none of those things worked, right? What was so helpful to me was all the comments of people saying, Peter, thank you for talking about this. I feel so seen. I feel like I've lived this way for the last 5 years. Peter, I was on Kepra. I went through the exact same thing. Peter this, Peter that. Peter, like, I so relate to this. Peter, I have really difficult time sleeping too. Peter, I have insomnia. I mean, so many people in the comment sections, you guys, related to what I was talking about that it made me feel so not all alone. Because I have to say, one of the things that's the hardest is being so tired and not being able to get any rest and not knowing any solutions and literally like trying everything. Because I was going through it with Tanya last night. She's like, well, you haven't tried everything. I go, Tanya, I've literally tried everything. Like, I don't even, because I was like, I haven't even told you all the things I've tried. And I was like, I've tried no caffeine. I've tried, like, Caroline said to me one day, she was like, well, just don't go to sleep and then be so tired for the next night that the next night you go to sleep at 10 o'clock and then you'll get on a regular sleep schedule. Did that. The next night, I was wide awake. So it's like nothing works, right? And I'm so tired and I'm so frustrated from it. Like today, I feel good. And so I have to cherish. I think that's it, is learning to cherish and be grateful for the really good days, the positive days. But I'm real frustrated. It's hard, you know? Like, it's really, really hard to be this tired. And then you feel run down and you don't want to do anything. And you don't feel motivated to do anything. And you're not happy to do anything, right? And as a person that lives from a point of gratitude and happiness, it's really hard to be there. And so to read all of the comments from people that are like, oh my God, Peter, I so relate to this. And somebody was like, even left a comment, and I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't know who said this, but they said, I totally understand you not wanting suggestions, because as somebody that has literally tried everything and nothing works, I realized how frustrating it was. And I was like, and that's it right there. Like, that's it. It's not that, like, I don't appreciate your suggestions. It doesn't mean that. I don't want anybody to think that I'm being, like, rude or not. Is my neighbor? No, she's shutting her garage door. It's like, is she leaving? It's not that I want you guys to think that I'm being rude or nasty. It's nothing like that. It's that it's overwhelming for me when I read those, because literally so many people have emailed me, DM'd me, left comments, have you tried this, have you tried that, and I literally put them in my note, or write them down. I put them in my notes app, and then I try them. People have recommended me so many natural remedies that I bought on Amazon, that I bought at other places. I've tried. None of them work. I've tried everything, you know? Nothing works. And so it's like super, super frustrating. But the one thing that really, really helped, well, first of all, like I said yesterday, I'm just going to have to go to sleep when I'm tired. And when I'm not tired, not even try, is I think what I'm going to do. Like last night, I was tired when I finally went to, when I went to bed to begin with, I fell asleep that quick. When I started getting tired last night and I took the trazodone, it still took me a while to fall asleep. But it was quicker than it usually is. And I got a good full night's sleep. If I'm like, I mean, I'm going to be honest. If it's like 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm not tired, I'm just going to stay up. I'll just make videos then. Or I'll continue to watch shows. And if I get tired at 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, then I'll go to bed at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, you know? And I was talking to Tanya about this last night, and I said, one of the things is that it's not like I have a 9 to 5, thank God. I feel so blessed to have YouTube be my career, right? So I can literally, if it wasn't for Alex, I could literally just have my schedule be whatever I wanted. And I said, but Alex is so patient with me that if I have to one day go to bed at 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning and then get up at 8 or 9 and then film outside, you know, if I have to do that for a couple weeks until I get my schedule set, I'm okay with that, and he'll be okay with that too. So I'm just going to have to go to bed when I'm tired, you know? I think the other thing is, and I don't know if I said this yesterday, but I'm sure the people that related to me will relate to this sentiment as well, because I think it goes along with anything in this nature. Is that you almost get to a point where, I mean, this isn't just about the sleep, this is about anything in life, right, that you're going through. Do you ever just get tired of talking about it? You're just like, I'm just, like when people ask you like what's wrong, it's like, well, I haven't slept in 3 months very well. And I mean, it's like you just don't even want to talk about it anymore, you know? It's like, and so you do kind of to some degree put on a mask and act like everything's okay, because it's not just for other people that you're doing that, it's really for yourself too. Because it's just like, I can't talk to one more person about this. And in my personal life, I had talked to a lot of people about it online. I mean, I had mentioned it weeks ago about the sleep problem, and then I kind of stopped because it just felt kind of whiny and complaining to me. But then yesterday I just felt like the need to just share where I was at. And I have to be honest with you, like when I posted that vlog, well, okay, so I fell asleep and then I posted the vlog after I woke up last night, which, by the way, something happened to our Wi-Fi. I don't know what. It was so weird because like everything, like all of our Wi-Fi was off. So when I got up, the vlog was not, because like when I went to sleep it was uploading. When I woke up it wasn't done uploading yet, and I was like, what is going on? I could not figure out the Wi-Fi, because the Wi-Fi, like I looked at the modem, it was turned on, my phone was fine, everything was fine. My computer, I had to like shut the computer down, start it all up again so it would get hooked back up to the internet, then it uploaded, and then that's when I finally posted my vlog after that. It was after I watched Big Brother, I think, is when I posted it. But when I posted it, I was a little nervous about the response, honestly. I don't know why. I thought people are going to feel like, I think to some degree, like I waver with all the hating and the stalking. I like waver between, like, in all honesty, and I don't often cuss on this channel, but I'm going to. I waver between, like, not giving a fuck and caring deeply. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, there's not really, like, an in-between for me. And there are days when I'm, like, the days that I don't feel great and I'm not well rested and whatever, like, I care a little bit more than the other days where I don't really give a fuck, if that makes sense. And so I think when I posted the video yesterday, I was a little bit worried that people were going to be like, God, here he goes again, talking about this can't sleep thing. But it's, like, pretty serious in my life, you know? And that was why I felt like I needed to share it. I felt like to some degree maybe it was like reading on camera a little bit, and I thought, just talk about it. Just share what's going on with you. I never expected to get the amount of responses that I got from people being like, oh my God, I so relate to this, and this is exactly where I am. I've gone through this. I feel for you. The amount of people, I mean, and listen, there were a few people that gave some suggestions, but they did it in such a kind way that it didn't bother me. It's when it's like, you need to do this, you need to do that, that's overwhelming to me. But so many people were so kind, and I just want to say I really appreciate it. It made me really felt not alone, you know? And I think that's one of the hardest things, is that when you're going through something, I think that's why recovery is so great with 12-step programs, right? Is that we say that there's no greater power than one addict or one alcoholic talking to another. When you're going through something like that, and I'm talking to Alex and he's falling asleep that quick, or I'm talking to my sponsor and she falls asleep that quick, or whoever, right? Or Tanya, whatever. Tanya's always had sleep problems too, but not to the degree that I do today. And, but when you talk to people and they don't really relate to it, it's really hard, right? But then when you talk to somebody and they're like, oh my God, like, I totally get where you're at because I've had these exact same things in my life, then you're like, oh my God, I don't feel so all alone. And that's how I felt reading the comments on the vlog yesterday. I was like, oh my God, people get me. People understand where I'm coming from. Not only that, people understand how it affects your life. Because I don't think until you experience something and you go through it, do you really understand, you know, like, I would get comments for years from people that were chronically ill, you know, on my channel, and they would say, like, I don't leave my house, I'm chronically ill, the only time I leave the house is to go to doctor's appointments or the hospital. You don't know what this connection means to me. Thank you so much for vlogging, thank you so much for your videos, like, whatever. And, like, as much as it meant to me and I appreciated it, I really didn't get it, you know? Until I was sitting in a chair in a back brace and didn't move off this front porch, or until I had the pancreatitis, or until, you know, I'm like stuck at home and I don't go anywhere. Like, then I started to get it, right? Then I started to really understand what a lot of people out there like go through. And my experience is nothing like with my pancreatitis and things like that, or not leaving home. I mean, I can get in an Uber and go. Somebody can come pick me up. There are so many people that watch my videos that physically cannot leave their house, you know, that I really, really feel for. I think we can explain, that's the difference between empathy and sympathy, right? Like, we can explain to somebody what our experience is like. This is why I love when people pass judgment on other people's experiences without ever having gone through it themselves, right? It's like, you don't really, it's like Kill Mockingbird, you don't really fully know somebody until you've walked around their front porch in their shoes for a while, right? Like, you can't really understand something. You can have sympathy for somebody, but you can't really fully understand what they've gone through unless you've gone through it yourself, or a family member has and you've helped them, or a friend and you've experienced to some degree what that's like yourself, or like with addiction, if you have somebody close to you that's an addict or an alcoholic and you've been affected by that, you don't truly really understand what that's like until then, right? So I think chronic illness and things like that is the same. Insomnia for me, it's like, I've always had a hard time sleeping. I would never have said I had insomnia. Like 5 or 6 years ago, if I was talking to myself 5 or 6 years ago about where I'm at today, I'd be like, that's never where I'm going to be at. Like, I have no problem sleeping. Like, it takes me a while to fall asleep, but I always can fall asleep. 5 or 6 years ago, myself wouldn't have got where I am today. Like, would have had no ability to understand or conceptualize what it's like to live a day in my life of getting 3 hours of sleep one day, 4 hours of sleep the next day. I mean, where I literally lay down at night and sleep from 8:30 to 12:45, and I think that's a good night's sleep. I never in a million years would have ever, and it's not because I just like am wired and want to be up all the time and watching TV shows. Like, that's not it. If I could sleep 12 hours, I would. I never in a million years would have been somebody that, I mean, I love to sleep, okay? I love to take naps. I can't even really take naps anymore in the middle of the day. I never would have been somebody that thought 3 or 4 hours of sleep was a good night's sleep. I wake up now with like 3 or 4 hours of solid sleep where I don't wake up, and I think that's a good night's sleep. The Peter 5 or 6 years ago, 10 years ago would never have understood that, you know? So, but anyway, I feel better today. And so it's one day at a time, right? And it's being grateful for what we're given today. I feel good today. I said this was going to be a short vlog, and I'm at like 46 minutes right now. Can't believe that happened like that. So anyway, I think I'm going to get off here now. And, yeah. And, figure out what I want to do for dinner. Alex ate lunch, this lunch meeting, so he's probably not real hungry. I'm going to figure out what I want to eat. See if he wants to order something or go get something or whatever. I gotta figure out a costume for tomorrow. Like I said, I'll probably just wear like a horror movie t-shirt and some jeans or something. But anyway, I hope that you guys are having a fantastic Friday. And I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday and a fantastic beginning to your weekend. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want, or your week, or your weekend if you need to. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, don't tell anyone. Just put random acts of kindness out there. Do them. I sometimes say these things so much that I think that, like, I don't even hear what I'm saying and they don't mean anything on the ears. You know what I mean? So, do something nice for somebody today. But don't tell anybody. Just do it to put some good energy out there in the world. I'm going to try to say things in a different way today. And 3rd, let somebody know how much they mean to you today. Pick up the phone, text them, call them, and say, hey, I was just thinking of you today. You don't know, like I always say, you might be putting a smile on their face, but you might be making them feel not so all alone, because you might be the first phone call or text message they get. You might be making them happy. You might be cheering them up. Also, be kinder to one another. Love one another a little bit more. And most importantly, be kinder and love yourselves a little bit more. Because if you're kinder to yourself and you love yourself a little bit more, then you'll be kinder to others and you'll love others more as well. And I love you guys so much. And it's Halloween weekend. Boo! And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you.